You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, damn. Dallas has to change half of their defensive lineup if they're going to play quarters and zones. That's why the Dallas defense can't get going. Eagles took years to get used to bend, bend, but don't break. Yeah, yeah, she's right. That's one thing. I mean, okay,
But
yeah.
even with that being said, it's our linebackers. It's our linebackers and it's
Uh-huh,
our safeties, basically. When it
uh-huh.
comes to the run, it's our linebackers. Because we have by having Kenny Clark, and I would play more of Solomon Thomas over Osa.
Mhm,
Because Osa is more of a pass rushing D tackle.
mhm,
So I
mhm.
would play more of Solomon Thomas because
Well,
he got that grit in him. So him
well,
and Kenny Clark, I would play more of those two together.
well. Don't forget, N'Kobe Dean's back for us. You see what I'm saying? So, from a linebacker position, like our defense is in a funny kind of state of flux because it's like as soon as we get one back, another goes down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And our defense is in a bit of a state of flux, but it's the only side of the football where you see the greatest stability in coaching, which is the defense. We're returning 11 people on that team, 11 people on that defense are in year 2 of Vic Fangio. There's only 11 guys. Everybody else is in year 1. You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
like it's like what I said to you when it came to the Eagles. Like I if you watch football,
Uh-huh.
you keep up with the facts and the stats and all that. So that's why I said that. Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, y'all was 4-0, but at the
Mhm.
same time, if you look at the pieces that y'all were missing, I ain't just talking about. I wasn't even speaking about the offense. It was just all the defense. Y'all were missing some key players from the defense from that Super Bowl team.
Yeah, but no, no, but wait. Players who were just in year 1.
Well, no,
No, yeah, yeah. Players who were just in year 1.
no.
Yeah, no,
Brandon
no.
Graham won
Remember,
in year one.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no. Last year was the first year of the Vic Fangio defense.
Oh, well, you talking about in year one of his defense?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
But
Defensively,
a lot of those players played a major part in it.
no, no,
When
no,
you talk about
no, no,
Swift
no,
and
no, no. Listen. And that's why I'm like, stop for a second. I hear what you're saying, but all those players that are gone, they were only year 1 players in that defense. Everybody else, we brought back 11 players who are in year 2 of that defense now,
but they
whether
were
they were
vets.
starters or not.
They were vets.
Huh?
They were vets.
Yeah, yeah, yup, yup.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. They were vets.
yeah. They like there are 11 players, regardless of whether or not they are starters or not. There's 11 guys on our defense who are entering into year 2 of Vic Fangio. You see what I'm saying? That's big. It's going to take time. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure this shit out, but look at our linebacking core. You know what I'm saying? Like we're better at linebacker because now we have linebackers who can go from side to side, but who could also cover the seam now. Jahad Campbell.
The addition of Zach Bud, he really solidified y'all
No,
linebacker.
no, but
Make it easy for the rest of them.
I was talking about in regards to Jahad Campbell with the seams. Remember, he got the interception. Remember
Yeah,
last
I'm,
weekend.
I'm
So
saying, but he basically he's a rookie.
yes, and that's why I said, look at our like with N'Kobe Dean coming back. You know what I'm saying? Now you might have a scenario where you could probably maybe try to put Jahad in an edge rushing position.
But Nicole Dean got to get back acclimated to the game of football because
Yeah,
he been
which is yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to figure it out. But he got snaps last weekend.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, like this was a mini buy, so you had time to get yourself,
What
in
what
shape.
what, what you feel about this offense? What you feel about AJ?
Okay, so I think that people are making AJ out to be more than what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Um, like again, this is what I'll say, bro. I learned my lesson last year, man. Fuck that. I learned my lesson. I look like a fool,
Why you
and I
say
ain't
that?
doing that no more.
Why you say that?
Like I think about where we were this time last year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was mad at the coach, the players. I said that we got a 14-year-old as a head coach and all this other shit. This is the time where we started the run, where we went on the big long run. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But things were real. Things were just like rough like this. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it wasn't even this bad. You know what I'm saying? But it was still rough. And I was like, and then look what happened. These motherfuckers ended up winning the Super Bowl. So I said to myself, I say, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut up. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, and this is what I was trying to tell Mark and them, because I kept saying, I think people don't. What I think kept what infuriates me the most, in particular when it comes to NFC East fan bases, like the Dallas Cowboys, and I had Jesse Montanez on with me. I said sometimes I was like, Mark, y'all talk to us as if we don't know who Dak Prescott is.
I heard
Like
you
like
speaking
as if
about
we
that.
don't see him twice. You know what I'm saying? And I said, so when Mark be throwing out those stats and that data and everything like that, me and Jesse be sitting there looking at each other like, do you hear this shit? Why are you talking to me like I don't know who Dak Prescott is? Some of that shit he did on us, a lot of that shit he did on us.
I
So stop
mean,
talking to me like I don't know who Dak Prescott is.
yeah, because when it comes to the NFC
I see
East,
him
he's the most
twice a year.
accomplished.
No, I'm just saying, look, this is me and Jesse talking to y'all. Stop talking to us like we don't know who we see him twice a year. We know him well enough to know that every time he get hurt, the year after he gets hurt, he come back and have big years. We know that because we've seen it. We've had him for 10 years. We had to deal with this motherfucker for 10 years.
He's basically the Donovan McNabb. Because back then,
Yeah.
It was
So
Donovan McNabb that was
yeah,
killing.
so we've dealt with him long enough to know certain tendencies and shit like that. The bigger the game, the more he shrinks. He always falls short. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's a
outside of the NFC
it,
East.
wait. We're talking playoffs. We're
Okay.
talking,
Okay.
I'm just saying over a 10-year period.
Okay. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, as
I
your
can agree with
division
you.
rival,
I can
we
agree.
watch y'all all the time. Y'all talk about us. And so what I'm saying to Mark and them is just like, yo, when you talk about Jalen Hurts, stop acting like you don't know who this dude is. Stop acting like you wasn't there, that y'all didn't see the shit. Y'all see this dude twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember, y'all was there when he came into the league. Y'all seen it. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit he did to you. You know what I'm saying? So stop pretending, like this dude isn't a very capable QB. Do you realize how hard it is? He is on his fifth offensive coordinator in 5 years. Come on, dog.
So.
One moment, one moment, one
All
moment,
right.
one moment. Hello? Hello? Okay. All right, bye. All right, bye. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good. You good. You good. So when it comes to Jalen Hurts, how do you look at Jalen Hurts? What do you look at him as being this? How am I put this? What type of quarterback do you look at Jalen Hurts as being?
So here's the thing. Here's what's interesting, right?
And your honest
And,
opinion,
and
not
this
just
is
as a
my honest
fan.
opinion. Let me tell you. let me tell you how I arrived here. Okay, I arrived here because as an Eagles fan, right, it is a struggle to find out about my QB. It's a struggle. You understand what I'm saying? In a good way, because you don't really see much. You have to really dig and bend over backwards to find out what's going on and to get somewhat some clues as to what's going on in that head of his. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would have never known how he must have really felt about losing the Super Bowl if someone hadn't sat behind him in a meeting and snapped a picture of his lock screen over his shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? And saw and that was the picture for the lock screen. He didn't broadcast that. That got leaked out. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So so and I try to tell people sometimes there are events in people's lives that no matter what, they'll never be the same ever again. If you talk to Tom Brady and you ask him about when he got drafted, he cries like it happened 2 weeks ago from the embarrassment and everything like that. Remember, they made him sit there on TV
Yeah. Yeah.
in front of everybody. He said, everyone's going to pay for this.
But as a quarterback, for as like passing the ball, reading defenses, how do you look at Jalen Hurts?
He's progressed. Though he started, remember, he started calling out the protections after the year after Jason Kelsey retired. He started calling that's when he started calling protections. He started changing plays at the line of scrimmage. He got that. He got that a couple of years ago now.
I'm critical when it comes to quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm critical when it comes to defenses. I love defense. I'm one that truly believes that defenses win championships. But in this day and age, offenses win championships. I've always
Mm-hmm.
believed defense win championships. So when it comes to quarterbacks, and I was one, and I tell you how I felt about Dak Prescott, because I was one that I was very critical when it came to Dak Prescott. Even though we got George Pickens, even when I started my podcast, I talked about Dak Prescott, and I was like, what we've seen from Dak Prescott is what we're going to get. We're not going to get a better Dak Prescott because of what I've seen, because of what he's shown this year. In spite of us losing the games that we've lost, and it's basically been because of the defense. This year alone is the best year that I've seen from Dak Prescott. Not only from passing, how he moves in the pocket. I've never seen out of 9, 10 years with Dak Prescott, I've never seen him move around in the pocket like I've seen him. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen him pass the ball like he's been passing the ball. And I feel like his best year was actually, people say, the what was
Take it
it?
easy, Hallie.
The the year he was in MVP behind Lamar Jackson, which was what,
Uh-huh.
2020,
Uh-huh.
whichever year that was. I say his best year was his first year with Zeke because it wasn't so much pressure on him. But now this is Dak's best year at quarterback for the Cowboys because of what I've been seeing them doing
Unfortunately, but see, here's
right
the
up
thing.
the offensive line.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the rest of the team is not on pace with him.
Yeah, yeah, and
That's the
it's the
problem.
defense. It's just the
Yes, the defense
defense.
is not going to. It requires way too much to be like this is going to be a wasted year of
No,
greatness
it
from
can't
that.
be a wasted year. We can't waste this year. Everybody want to
Listen,
say these draft picks. I don't want to say these draft picks. I feel like, okay, we got Kenny Clark. I'm fine if you want to trade Osa and go get Jeffrey Simmons from Tennessee Titans. Let's go get him. All right, we got 2 first-round draft picks and we got a second-round draft pick. Okay, they're not asking for first-round draft picks for Jeffrey Simmons. They're not asking for first-round draft picks for Trey Hendrickson. Let's go get these guys. I'm one that I would call Miami and see, okay, what y'all want for Minka Fitzpatrick? I want Minka Fitzpatrick. I want
So
Jeffrey Simmons. I
all
want Trey
right.
Hendrickson.
Let me make sure I got this correct. Okay. Let me make sure I got this correct. What you're saying is you want to be more so you're in the win now mode.
Win now. No, yeah, because
Yeah.
next year's not promised to us.
That's see, that just
Even
sounded
if we
like
get the
Mark.
even because it's not promised to us, even if we use the draft picks in the draft, they can be a bust or they can be something major. We don't know. But you have proven people out here right now.
Right.
I'm looking at trying to be like the Rams. The Rams traded for their Super Bowl.
Right.
They went and got
Right.
players for their Super
Right.
Bowl. They
Yeah,
didn't have no
true.
draft. They
That's true.
traded away all their draft picks for
That
the
was the
Super
real
Bowl
all
now.
in.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
now.
that was the real all in. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
You want to
We
do
can't
that.
waste this season right now the way Dak is playing. And it's look in the past, like I've said, when I was on Mark's last live stream, I was on Mark's live stream. Like in the past, we missing 4 starting offensive linemen, and we missing our starting wide receiver, and we would have lost those games. We would be fucking 0-6 right now. But Dak is playing phenomenal right now. We can't waste this season. We cannot waste this season. We need right now, let's use these draft picks to trade for what we need. We need another deep tackle. We need a defensive end. We got draft picks to where we can do it. Even if you don't go get another linebacker, if you don't go get anybody in the secondary, if you solidify this doggone defensive line, no, we ain't gonna be the best defense, but we can be in the middle of the pack. Right. All you gotta do is get like 4-5 stops. You ain't got to get all stops. You can get a certain amount of stops, and we can win.
Right. So, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's Kave, my neighbor's dog. Look, man, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta shut this down.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, Lloyd. Look, man.
Hit me up. You already know.
Are you gonna be available tomorrow?
Yeah, I work from 11 to 2 tomorrow, so I'm gonna do a live stream during the game. And I usually do my live stream and hop on Mark's page, but yeah, I'll be available.
Shoot me a link. I'll hop in.
I got you.
All right.
On the live stream?
Yeah.
I got you.
Shoot me a link. I'll hop in.
All right, I got you.
All right.
All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, later, y'all.
Later.